stood in the courtroom, the judge turned my way. It looks like you're guilty. Now what do you say? I spoke up, Your Honor. I have no defense, but that's when mercy walked in. Mercy walked in and pleaded my case, called to the stand God's saving grace. The blood was presented that covered my sin, forgiven when mercy walked in. Praise the Lord. I stood there and wondered, how could this be, that someone so guilty had just been set free? My chains were broken, I felt born again. The moment that mercy walked in, oh, mercy walked in and pleaded my case, called to the stand God's saving grace. The blood was presented that covered my sin, forgiven when mercy walked in. The blood was presented that covered my sin, forgiven when mercy walked in.
Oh, that's my buddy Gordon Moat right there, one of the best piano players in gospel music and also one of the best singers. I love his voice, and one of my favorite songs, Mercy Walked In. That's a great one. Welcome to Gospel Country. Glad you tuned in with us today. Got some wonderful, wonderful gospel music for you. Coming up from...
Got the Cathedrals Quartet, and then right after that, my buddy Tim Lovelace singing one of the cutest little songs you'll ever hear. It talks about how the fellow wandered into visiting a church, and he made the mistake of sitting in Grandma's pew.
Back with this, let me do a song. There's a song called Echoes from the Burning Bush. Not many people, well, I don't guess anybody sings this style of quartet singing anymore.
They can't.
But here, the first time I sang this song, Glenn, was in 1947. I don't know when it was written, but it's when I sung it. But most people don't sing this style anymore. Let me do one called Echoes from the Burning Bush. Do it like it was on the radio now.
Moses stood on holy ground, fire from God descended down, set the roadside bush on fire. The bush was on fire, and 'twas then the Lord did there explain who his servants should remain. All the echoes from the bush on fire. Oh, I can hear the echoes from the burning bush.
How they thrill my soul.
How they thrill my soul. I can hear the echoes from the burning bush.
Point me to the
the joy I'm shouting, with no thought of shame to blush. This my song shall ever be, words that are so sweet to me, echoes from the burning bush. The burning bush. God sent down his only son just to ransom everyone by the echoes from the fires, from the fire, that the God of every earthly land would not pick nor choose a man, for his blood would save us from the fire. Oh, the echoes from the burning bush,
How they thrill my
how
soul.
they thrill my soul. Oh, I can hear the echoes from the burning bush.
Point me to the
Point me to the goal. I no more am doubting, but with the joy I'm shouting, with no thought of shame to blush. This my song shall ever be, words that are so sweet to me, echoes from the burning bush. Now sing bass, low, low. Oh, the echoes from the bush.
how they thrill my soul.
They thrill my soul. Oh, the echoes from the bush.
Point me to the
Point me to the goal. I no more am doubting, but with the joy I'm shouting, with no thought of shame to blush, shame to blush. This my song shall ever be, words that are so sweet to me, echoes from the burning bush.
Turn to somebody and ask them, can you glitter? Well, I went camping just a while back with a couple of high school friends. And on Sunday morning I wanted to find a church to worship in. So I packed my truck and I headed out. Saw it in a cloud of dust. It was the Ebenezer Fellowship, non-denominational Baptist Free Will Church. When I walked in, it was time to start, and that little church was packed. There was only one seat on the very front row, even though I really wanted the back. So I walked right down and I took a seat. A hush fell over the place as a sweet little gray-haired woman walked up and said, "Boy, I got something to say." Folks around here call me Granny. I'm as sweet as I can be. Well, I volunteer for everything. They couldn't make it without me. I teach Sunday school, I sew and bake, while I'm even in charge of the Christmas play. And there's only one thing I ask in return, a lesson you should learn. Don't sit in my pew. You know, it belongs to me. I've been sitting right here at least 40 years, and that's the way it's gonna be. I can tell that you are new around here, so you better get one thing clear. If you know what's good for you, don't sit in my pew. Well, I walked to the back of the church and I was feeling just about as tall as a flea when one of those deacons walked up and handed me a brown, ice-cold metal folding chair. So I sat out there in the aisle and I listened to the choir as they sang, "I shall not be moved." And then the preacher looked at me and he said, "Now we want our special guest to stay when the service is over with for some of Granny's red velvet cake." And that's what I did. But just about the time they said the blessing, I looked down and noticed I didn't have a fork. Well, I figured I'd made enough commotion for one day, so I thought, I'm gonna ease in there in the kitchen and I'm gonna find the utensil drawer and help myself. And that's what I did. But just about the time I located that drawer, guess who spun me around? It was Granny. "Stay out of my kitchen, boy. Well, you know that it belongs to me. I've been cooking in here at least 40 years, and that's the way it's gonna be. So if you need a fork or if you next time stay in the other room. Boy, you better pay attention. Stay out of my kitchen. And then she reached up, kissed me on the cheek and said, you know, Granny hopes you come back next week, but if you do the next time, don't get my parking space, don't sing so loud, wear a coat and tie, come early enough for Sunday school, stay out of my kitchen. But most of all, I can tell that you are new around here, so you better get one thing clear. Here we go, y'all. If you know what's good for you, say it with me, don't sit in my pew. But just remember, Granny loves you. Yeah!
I told you like that. Isn't that an interesting little title there? Don't sit in my pew. How many times have we noticed that people pick their own pew every Sunday morning in church? Tim does such a great job with that. We got a break coming right up, but right after that, we got some more good gospel music for you.
For over 40 years, CTN has been telling people the good news of salvation, and many have come to a relationship with Christ. Without faithful viewers and donors just like you, we could not tell about Jesus and reach the lost through media. We also appreciate all of your one-time gifts and those of you who have consistently given on a monthly basis. There are some creative ways you can give financially to CTN. You can donate stocks, bonds, or IRA distributions and receive a tax deduction. For more information, call 1-800-956-7729 or go online to ctnonline.com/giving. Thank you for considering these alternate ways to partner with CTN and spread the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Chickamauga, Georgia, make welcome 21-year-old Matt Davis to his first Quartet convention.
Brother, let me tell you how I feel. Tell you about a feeling that is real. Brother, let me tell you how the glory rolls. Tell you how it bubbles in my happy soul. Happiness is free, it's never bought a soul. Let me tell you how I feel, let me tell you.
There's a happy rhythm, keeps a rockin' and a rollin' night. Feel it moving when I'm singing this song. What a joy to feel it moving on and never stopping. Feel it in my heart, it keeps a rollin' and a rockin', rollin' and a rockin' and a rockin' and a rollin'.
It's a happy rhythm in my soul, in my soul. There is music ringing deep within my soul. I can feel it bubble, I can feel it roll. Then I get the feeling that I wanna shout. It makes me feel so good, I gotta move about. Brother, there can never be a single doubt. Let me tell you how I feel. Happy rhythm.
There's a happy rhythm, keeps a rockin' and a rollin' night. Feel it moving when I'm singing this song. What a joy to feel it moving on and never stopping. Feel it in my heart, it keeps a rollin' and a rockin', rollin' and a rockin' and a rockin' and a rollin'.
It's a happy rhythm in my soul, in my soul. Ringing deep within my soul. I can feel it bubble, I can feel it roll. Then I get the feeling that I wanna shout. It makes me feel so good, I gotta move about. Brother, there can never be a single doubt. Let me tell you how I feel. Happy rhythm. There's a happy rhythm, keeps a rocking and a rolling. I can feel it moving when I'm singing this song. What a joy to feel it moving on and never stopping. Deep within my heart, it keeps a rolling and a rocking. Rockin' and a rockin' and a rollin'. It's a happy rhythm in my soul, in my soul.
That's Happy Rhythm right there. That's the Ball Brothers. They actually recorded their first single in our recording studio right here where we film in Pensacola, Florida. And some good guys, Daniel and all the Ball Brothers, wonderful guys. and we love them. And we've got some good stuff coming up for you.
Yes, we do. Mark Bishop, one of the good songwriters in gospel music. And then Darren and Brooke Aldridge are going to be singing a wonderful song for you.
Have you ever seen days like these at all? Would you be surprised if we heard the trumpet call? Satan won't stop fighting us no matter what we do. When you're in the valley trying hard to make it through, don't give in to fussing, fighting, worrying, and doubting. You're not in the valley, you're just changing mountains. Don't go thinking God can do something about it. He's a mountain mover, don't you ever doubt it. Trials and troubles seem to never end. God has something better waiting just around the bend. I can claim the victory, I've been to that fountain. I'm not in the valley, I'm just changing mountains. Listen to me, brothers, sisters, listen, young and old. We know in the final days that Satan will be bold. God has said the devil's like a lion on the prowl. If you're in a battle where you're seeing that right now, greater is the one who's living there inside of you. And you've never met a mountain that the Savior couldn't move. So don't go thinking God can't do something about it. He's a mountain mover, don't you ever doubt it. Trials and troubles seem to never end. But God has something better waiting just around the bend. I can claim the victory, I've been to that fountain. I'm not in the valley, I'm just changing mountains. So don't go thinking God can't do something about it. He's a mountain mover, don't you ever doubt it. Trials and troubles seem to never end. But God has something better waiting just around the bend. I can claim the victory, I've been to that fountain. I'm not in the valley, I'm just changing mountains. I can claim the victory, I've been to that fountain. I'm not in the valley, I'm just changing mountains.
Oh, coming as you tread life's journey, take Jesus as your daily guide. Though you may feel pure and safely without him walking by your side. But when you come to make the crossing at the ending of your pilgrim's way, if you ever will meet our Savior, you'll surely meet him on that day.
Now look at that
Cold Jordan,
Look at these
deep waters,
Look at that
wide river. Oh, hear the mighty billows roll.
You better take
Jesus with you,
He's a
true companion.
for a
Sure without him that you never will make it home. That awful day of judgment is coming in the by and by. We'll see our Lord descending in glory from on high. So let us keep in touch with Jesus and in his grace the love of God, that we may be ever called ready when he calls us over Jordan's tide.
Now look at that
Cold Jordan,
Look at these
deep waters,
Look at that
wide river. Oh, hear the mighty billows roll.
You better take
Jesus with you,
He's a
true companion.
for I'm
Sure without him that you never will make it home.
look at that
wide river. Oh, hear the mighty billows roll.
You better take
Jesus with you,
He's a
true companion.
for I'm sure
Without him that you never will make it home.
Oh,
What you gonna do?
oh,
What you gonna say?
Oh,
How you gonna feel when you come to the end of the way?
That's Darren and Brooke Aldridge right there with some other recognizable faces in the music business. That's Ricky Skaggs and Mo Pitney singing along with them on that one. A lot of fun on that song. Jordan.
Speaking of faces,
Oh,
we forgot to remind you, look us up on Facebook.
yeah.
You can just search Gospel Country and our beautiful faces will show up. And it's time for us to get out of here right now, though. Triumphant Quartet's going to be singing for you.
Yep, I'll put on a crown and walk around all over God's promised land. We'll see you next time on Gospel Country.
I am on my journey to that city full square, and my faith in the love of God I surely will enter there. With some glad tomorrow, with the saints I'll stand. I'll put on a crown and I'll walk around all over God's promised land. Oh, glory, what a wonderful day. I'll join the song of the blood-washed throne while the ages roll away. When I get to heaven, on that beautiful strand, I'll put on a crown and I'll walk around all over God's promised land. Well, there will be no dying, no more trouble or strife. We will live through the ages by the beautiful tree of life. With some glad tomorrow, with the saints I'll stand. I'll put on a crown and I'll walk around all over God's promised land, singing, oh, glory, what a wonderful day. I'll join the song of the blood-washed throne while the ages roll away. When I get to heaven, on that beautiful strand, I'll put on a crown and I'll walk around all over God's promised land. Everybody will be happy, will be happy over there. We will shout and sing His praise. Everybody will be happy over there. Oh, glory, what a wonderful day. I'll join the song of the blood-washed throne while the ages roll away.
from the storms raging in my soul. He saved me though I was unworthy. To take me up on high, he reached way down low. Wasn't long till Satan came to whisper, you belong to me, forget these plans. But the cross tells a very different story. He has the receipt in his nail-scarred hands. High upon the cross, he gave everything. He laid everything on the line so I could hear the angels sing. All I ever needed was in that crimson flow. I'm gonna stand and testify and tell everybody that I know. Oh, I don't wanna hold back even just a little, cause he didn't hold back for me. I'm gonna finish well, finish strong, finish empty. Yeah, here we go, everybody, come on now. There you go. Now you and I must run the race for heaven. Surely we'll encounter on the way other roads that take us from our journey, but other roads might have us all to pay. Now is not the time to lose my courage. I've got to make it there some way, somehow. It's the time to run and not be weary.
Oh man, that's Gordon Moats right there. One of my favorite songs. What is it? Mercy Walk In? I can't remember which one it was.
Which one of my favorites?